Well, welcome back. I'm here with Blake Hogeveen, Development with Quality Living, Inc., QLI,
Yes.
and Kim Daniels, Community Relations Manager with the Scoular Company. Thank you both for joining me today.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
I'm excited.
So one of the reasons we have, you're here, because you're both doing amazing things, but we did an article in the October issue of Metro Magazine about the Mona Faith Kitchen, and that was a pretty big deal.
It was a very big deal.
So
Really big deal.
let's talk a little bit. I just want to dive in. Let's just talk about that and how that all came to be. And who is Mona? I mean, who is this amazing woman?
Well, do you want to talk a little bit about who QLI is, and I'll dive in on Mona.
Absolutely. So just very quickly, QLI helps
Yes.
individuals who have suffered a devastating brain injury or spinal cord injury get back to life.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing place and work really hard to help people get back to life.
Mona Faith was a dynamic woman in her own right, but she was also a wife, a mother, a daughter, a sister, a committed friend, and a huge community advocate. And she became involved at QLI as a charter board member, along with one of her very dear friends, Danny Colliday, who was married to the late Marty Colliday, who was a lieutenant general at the Air Force. And together they were an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, going back to QLI, I mean, not wanting to skip over that, because I mean, how long has QLI been around?
So QLI got its start in the late 1980s.
Okay, yeah. And I remember, speaking of Danny, I mean, I remember going to events, I've kind of been in this since the late 80s,
Right.
early 90s, and meeting her and just seeing the campus just kind of expand and explode really, and helping so many people, again, with traumatic brain injuries. So let's go back and just talk a little bit more about QLI.
Certainly. You had mentioned Mona Faith, obviously, who we had a chance to honor. My father was the first employee of QLI.
Was he really?
So I had a chance to
Yeah.
grow up with the company.
Okay.
Danny was like a grandmother to me, and I never got to meet Mona, but I heard my dad talk about the impact that she had on QLI. So it was really fitting. QLI wouldn't be the organization it is today without what she did to help the company. So getting to work with Kim, the team at Scoular, to do something really impactful for QLI, but to also honor somebody that helped make QLI what it is today, really special.
Yeah. So let's talk about the kitchen. Why is this kitchen important? I mean, what does it bring, and what does it provide, and how does it serve?
Want me to take that one?
Sure.
So the kitchen is just the natural gathering spot. It's kind of the heart of the campus, like it is at the heart of your home. And when Mona Faith passed away a little over a year ago, the trustees of our foundation really wanted to do something meaningful that would honor her legacy. And investing in QLI was just a natural, because that's where her heart was. And the kitchen itself was really in need of some more than just cosmetic work. It needed a complete makeover. And because the kitchen was a gathering spot for people to do normal things in life when they were in a very abnormal situation, to just help them find some peace, to gather with family, to celebrate birthdays and dinners and things that we all want to participate in.
Yeah. And so let's talk a little bit about the foundation too, because I mean, this is
Sure.
do you call this a collaboration, or what is a partnership, or talk to me about how you guys have joined forces and why this is all happening.
Well, so the bigger picture, the Scoular Foundation is funded by profits from the Scoular Company, and every year we have a set amount of money that we are committed to invest back in our local communities where all of our employees live and work. And we have just over 1,000 employees worldwide. Majority of those are in the United States, but we truly believe that investing in the things that our employees are dedicated to is where we want to also put our money. So again, it was just a natural fit to direct this pool of money to QLI to create this kitchen.
Yeah, and you had a ribbon cutting, kind of this grand opening. Was it in June?
Yes.
That this happened?
Yes.
And then the families and everybody got together just to celebrate, and people are now actively using the kitchen. And what are some other things that it brings to the table? I mean, so to speak. I mean, with the kitchen.
Absolutely. Well, just as Kim and I had a chance to talk about some of the projects QLI could benefit from, family was so important to Mona.
Yeah.
So that really just appealed to the foundation, the trustees, and to have Mona's family there at the ribbon cutting, her husband Marshall to cut the ribbon. To your question,
Yeah.
it is used all the time, and that kitchen pulls families together. It pulls different residents together that QLI is serving, and it just helps individuals form relationships which are really at the core of helping people be successful long term.
Yeah.
As a kitchen is kind of a gathering spot in our homes,
Yeah.
that happens at QLI as well. You have great food, and of course people show up and they
Yeah.
want to be there to
Right.
join.
What are other ways that people can help or connect with or contribute back to QLI?
So there are a number of ways. Probably the easiest way, we have a few incredible events. One is an evening at the fair.
One of
which
my
is
favorites.
Yeah.
An amazing
One of my
charitable
favorites,
event.
yes.
For golfers, we have an annual golf event. And then we're always just trying to raise money to help people get back to life in different ways. We call that our Life Path Services program,
Yeah.
which gets people back to their passions.
And even at the fair, it's every other year, right? So this was the off year, and then next year it's typically in September.
It is, yep.
And it's like this grand, amazing event that I encourage everybody to kind of be in the know about it when it comes up. It's so much fun.
It's a blast. I think I'm biased, but I think it's one of the best
my
charitable
gosh,
events
it
in the
is.
city, and I would encourage you to look at an evening at the fair online.
Yes.
Amazing pictures, and
Yeah.
people are sure to have a great experience.
Yeah. So how can people find out more information about what your organization does?
So our website is a great spot, www.qliomaha.com.
Facebook?
Facebook as well. We have a Facebook page. All
Okay.
the social media, Twitter,
Yeah.
Instagram.
Which is a great place to just kind of keep up to date. Again, we
Absolutely.
did have the story, the ribbon cutting, an article in the October issue of Metro Magazine, and you guys are also in our annual giving guide that comes out in January. So we love working with you on that as well. So anything that I'm missing before we?
We're honored to
Yeah.
be here. We're honored
Yeah.
to, bring the spotlight to QLI and to Mona Faith and Marshall Faith, the Scoular Foundation, for all the wonderful things they do in our communities.
Yeah, and I just want to, I want to thank you, Kim, for everything that you do, and the Scoular Foundation, and Blake, just thank you for everything that QLI does and your involvement in that organization. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andy. And I would just say
Thank
thank
you.
you to
Yeah.
Kim Scoular.
yeah,
Omaha is fortunate to have Scoular in the
Yeah.
community with the impact that they make on so many different
yeah,
organizations.
absolutely.
And thanks to everything that you guys do
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, very much.
Well, thank you. So it's great to see you both, and we will be right back.